Toque has made us a Schmalzler. It's a German snuff from England. Sounds odd, but let's see how it goes. I am Snuffanybody. This is the McFeekle Show. But before we start the review, I'll let you have a look at the snuff. So, this is what the snuff looks like in the tin. It's basically black tobacco with a single blonde speck occasionally. So let's tip some out. A nice pile there. And as you can see, the moisture level is very, very high. And the grind or the grain size is kind of demi-coarse, above what I would call medium. And as you can see, it does color the white paper, and this is because it's a Schmalzler. It is, the moisture comes from a fatty agent, traditionally butter or chicken grease, today mostly paraffin. But I don't know what Toque has used for this snuff. Looks like it's going to be an easy sniff, but it's going to be hard to keep it in your nose. Well, that looks quite interesting. And please excuse me for not showing you the lid and the graphics. The good folks at Toque had made a bit of a mistake and sent me the wrong lid. It says Chancellor on my lid on this Schmalzler. But to the important bit, the tin note. This is going to be hard to describe. Fermented tobacco. A very deep, stone fruity-esque scent. I will say a bit earthy in its scent. Earthy, fruity. Yeah, that's as close as I can get to it in the tin note. So let's have a pinch. But with a snuff this coarse and this moist, I always do a pinch for each nostril, but then make it a wee bit smaller. And I just, squeeze my nose walls together so the snuff sticks and has a better chance of sitting in the nose. Because with snuff like this, you do tend to get, shall we say, fallout. You do have a tendency to get snuff all over you, as Squinty would say. Okay. According to Toque's own description, this is a plummy snuff with a hint of butter. I don't agree. Yes, it is stone fruity, but for me it's much more fig. And this is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Sir Walter's Crème de Figue. And I loved that snuff. And I love this one as well. It's really good. It has that fermented tobacco fruitiness that the Crème de Figue also had. This snuff does produce a bit of backdrip, and I can tell you that the nicotine level on this is quite high, because it does give you nose burn, and it kind of irritates the throat when the backdrip hits you the first time, but that irritation is gone very quickly. Besides from the dark fig and the tobacco taste or scent, this is a very full-bodied, satisfying snuff. It will linger with you for a long time. I can detect this snuff for at least 20 minutes. And even though the scent isn't really predominant and like in your face all the time, it keeps on hinting at you that it's there. And this is one of the few snuffs where the backdrip actually works with you, because at first it feels a bit dry in your nose, and you're always you always know you have something in your nose. It doesn't irritate you, it doesn't feel like a foreign object in your nose, but you do have the sensation that there is something in your nose, and that it's kind of brewing in there, and it keeps on evolving in its tobacco flavor. The plummy, figgy scent is there, but it's kind of in the background. It's a second player to the tobacco here. But the real thing about this snuff is that you keep on tasting it in the backdrip, and it becomes more sweet, more mellow, and each time you have a little extra snort from it to cope with the backdrip going, you kind of get reminded on what this snuff tastes like, and it's a beautiful little thing. I really like it. It's a good, decent snuff. I wouldn't be able to do this all day every day, but I would definitely have a couple of pinches every day. It's a decent snuff. It's really good. On my scale, where 1 is and 5 is a really complete, nothing to say about it, perfectly made snuff, 4.5, maybe 5. This is a really good thing. You should try it. But I would say it like this. I'm not a fan of Schmalzlers. For me, they always clog me up in the nose, and they feel like foreign objects. But this is not what I would perceive to be a Schmalzler. This is way better. This feels artisan level. You should try it. I am Snuffanybody, and that's all for Schmalzler of the OTTO line. Goodbye.